Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's Golo.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's Golo.com. Again, Golo.com.
Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a Bullet Bourbon Old Fashioned for a cozy night in, or Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Everybody's a feminist until their big toe starts growing that hair. Then you gotta make a choice.
On this episode of The Commercial Break.
How old are you? Blended rate? I'm like 36. My head's 70, well, my dick is 20. No white Bryan 3000 needed! I can see some people at parties we go to, like running around a big fire on the solstice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're all vabbing. Vab each other. It's Mother Moon.
It's Mother's milk.
We're going to collect a jar of it and sacrifice it to the moon. Spread it all over the men's teepees.
Well, I thought I was close to the Lord. Look at that. If I follow that happy trail all the way to Christ, I'm telling you right now. Jesus. Turn a straight man straighter. You know what I'm saying, Krissy? Turn a straight man into a preacher.
The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Oh, yeah, cats and kittens. Welcome back to The Commercial Break. I'm Bryan Green. This is my dear friend and co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Krissy.
Best to you, Bryan.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break. It's not for everyone, but fact, news, or fiction is guaranteed in 30 seconds or less, or your money back. Go to the tcbpodcast.com website to collect your earnings. I have to give a shout out to my favorite YouTube channel right now, because I just have to. It's such a great channel. It's called The Y Files.
Okay.
WF, The Y Files. You can go there and you can search for it. This guy takes popular myths, conspiracy theories, and urban legends, and he walks through them in a way that's at first you're like, oh wow, this could be real, right? But if it's not real, then he explains why it's not real.
Okay.
He's very pragmatic. I love it. And his saying, he said this the other day on a video, and I thought this is so brilliant. He's like, I know a lot of you out there think that I'm here just to debunk your favorite conspiracy theory, and that, I'm a pessimist, and I don't look at things, whatever. He says, but that's not true. He goes, I'm just as curious about all this stuff as you are, but I want to find the truth, because if 99% of these can be debunked, then it makes the 1% that much more interesting.
Very true.
So I thought it's just so great. And his co-host is a fish. I can't explain it all in one video. I just have to share that the Y Files is a great YouTube channel. You have to go subscribe to this YouTube channel. I actually wrote to this guy. He hasn't responded, but I wrote to him, and I just wanted to share.
Did you submit Y Bryan 3000 to that?
Y Bryan Files 3000. Your favorite myth with a hard dick. I said, from one fantastic creator to another, I just wanted to share with you how fantastic I thought your show was. He probably looked at our show and was like, the fuck are these two knuckleheads doing? These are the kind of people we want to get out of the creation space. They don't do anything. He shared a story the other day that I thought was fascinating. The question was, can a head really survive without a body? So, There have been myths throughout time. I say myths. There have been urban legends about people who get decapitated or lose their head, and yet they still respawn. Are you still alive after you lose your head, right? Is your head still active? Can you see things? Are you processing things? Are things happening after you get decapitated?
Okay.
It's rather morbid, but it's an interesting question. Of course not. We don't do decapitation anymore, and you hope that you don't have to ever go through that. But the truth lies somewhere in between yes or no. There was a French guy back in the 1800s that asked the French government, "Can I take a head directly after it's cut off?" Like the guy was already
the guillotine.
From the guillotine. The guy was already being put to death. So as soon as he gets put to death, I want the head. And he ran a couple of experiments on that head. And he, in fact, reported back that he put the head on a table, right? And at first, the guy's eyes were like, white.
It was like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. And the guy started dancing. He started singing,
Let
it go. He started singing Frozen. He said that the guy started blinking, and he scowled his face as if he was angry, and he started to look directly into his eyes. Then his eyes closed again. They opened a second time and looked at him again with an even angrier face. And then a third time this happened. And then he died. He said this all happened in the course of like 3 minutes, right? And I'm thinking 3 fucking minutes to know that your head is off your body is an incredible amount of time to be fucked up. I mean, that is horrible to think. Like, I'm not afraid of death. I really am not. But if I get shot in the fucking forehead and I can still think about it for the next 15 to 20 seconds, that sounds to me like absolute hell. Hell.
Yeah,
Am I
it
right?
does.
Okay.
No, I mean, it really does, but I don't know what you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it. And they say that death is a process, right? It doesn't happen right away. It takes a couple minutes.
And plus there's nerves and neurons and things still going on.
Yeah,
just don't shut off.
You're still firing up there, even though, maybe your body's letting go, right? And so it was kind of a morbid thought. But then he brought up the case of Miracle Mike. Do you know who Miracle Mike is?
No.
Okay. Miracle Mike is a chicken. In the 1930s or 40s, or maybe 1950s or 60s, excuse me, there was a farmer, and he was going to have some dinner. So he went out back, grabbed one of his chickens, cut off its head, and then he realized that after he cut off its head, the chicken body started running around the pen.
Well, that's where the saying comes from,
like
right?
a chicken with your head cut
Yes.
off. Okay. It may even come from this specific chicken, because what this farmer realized after a period of time was that the chicken wasn't doing the normal chicken dance and then falling over. The chicken was actually walking around and pretending to peck. He was still moving his neck. While the farmer had his head, Miracle Mike's head, in his hand. The chicken lived for 18 additional months without a fucking head. This is absolutely 100% true. You can see it. You can go to YouTube and you can catch videos of it. The chicken without the head, it just kind of, like the top of it cauterized, and the farmer would feed it pellets of corn into its throat hole, I guess is what you would call it.
No.
I'm not even kidding you, Krissy. This is not a commercial break, fact, news, or fiction in 30 seconds. This is fact. I saw it for myself. I watched it happen. I watched the chicken dancing around without its head, and it wasn't like it had just been cut off. This chicken had, the whole thing was all weird, but sutured up. And the chicken was dancing around in circles. It was like, it would take the food, it would come up to the farmer and just kind of it didn't even make any noise because it doesn't have a fucking head.
No, how could it even know where to go? Or how could it?
It lived for 18 months. He kept it as a pet. He lived with it. It laid down with him. It was like the whole thing. He went on a road show with it. Lots of people saw it. No head, 18 months.
Okay.
Isn't that a kick in the fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Does that totally fuck your whole entire vision, understanding of how life works? Because it does mine.
Okay.
I can't sleep at night anymore because I'm having trouble not thinking about Miracle Mike walking around my room without a head for 18 months. It's just horrifying.
There was one instance of this. Has anybody else tried to recreate this?
We could here at the commercial break. I mean, I know a snake can bite without its body. I know a lizard builds its own tail. I know frogs will hop around for minutes or maybe even an hour without, their heads on. Like there are examples of this in nature, right? It just keeps me, every time that I think about this story, you know who I think about? Fucking Walt Disney and Walt Disney's head cryogenically frozen in Burbank, California for some reason, waiting for somebody to reanimate him. No pun intended, if someone said to you, we're getting close. We got like 20 years, Krissy. We got 20 years. And I know you're about to pass away, but we got 20 years until we're confident we can reanimate you and attach you to another body. And your head and everything will be the same because it's your brain, it's your thing. We just got to turn you back on, right? We got to unfreeze you, zap you with a couple of electricity, and then your neck's going to look a little fucked up, but you can wear a scarf, and you're going to walk around with Kate Moss's body, right? Or whatever, whoever. Would you, in fact, go for it?
I don't know. That's a complicated question.
It is a complicated question. We ask the deep, complicated questions here at the commercial break, so I thought I'd ask you.
Yeah, because you would come back, maybe. I mean, on the one hand, I'm inclined to say, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Sure, that might be an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
But then do I want to have that next life, with a weird different body and problems? There's got to be some kind of problems.
It's not all going to connect right. Yeah, you're going to have like a twitchy arm or something.
Yeah, and could you still remember your thoughts from before, or those gone?
Great question.
Also, in 20 years, there's going to be a lot. I mean, think, when did Walt Disney die? 60s?
No, he died 70s? Right before they started building Walt Disney World. Yeah, 70s, like 72 or 71.
Think about how much has changed. It's almost like going away to prison or something, and you don't. I mean, the iPhone
just
for one.
Wake up and everything's all weird. Yeah, everything's like complete. Like they're
so there'd be a whole learning curve if you could still learn.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you could do anything whatsoever, if you had any function left whatsoever, this is what I would say. I'd be like. I give the decision to Astrid. I'd be like, hey, Astrid, freeze my head if you want to. Cool, no problem. But don't bring me back unless you're sure that this shit's going to work out.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not going to work out, if people are showing up and they're like running their head against the wall and, crashing cars into the side of the 405, like if that kind of stuff is happening, it's kind of like that self-driving technology we talked about. It's never going to be quite perfect. There's always going to be a circumstance upon which shit doesn't go sideways. If people wake up and they start tearing their own heads off the body because they just can't take it anymore, then leave me out of it. But if you get to a point where everything's cool and you need me, like I tell the kids,
gonna bring you back just to do TCB episodes.
Hi, honey.
What happened?
Hi, it's me. I'm talking to you from my hologram. I'm in Venice in the brand new condo. Only one problem: we're running out of money.
Oh, so you brought me back because you need me?
I brought you back to do more episodes of the commercial break. We haven't found a suitable body yet, but I'm going to take this can and put you in your head. And then we're going to take you to the TCB studios.
Oh, great. In the old house?
No, it's more like a closet now, but it's okay. We're waiting for them to reanimate Krissy. They're looking for a Kate Moss-like body. I need you to get back up on that horse and ride, honey. Please.
Yes.
Matthias is on his 16th cooking school around Europe.
And his 16th wife.
I'm on my 4th husband.
That's what I'd say. I'd leave it up to the family. I'd be like, okay, you guys make the call. If you think it's cool, do it. If you don't think it's cool, don't do it. Just, use your best judgment.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking like a Han Solo Star Wars thing where you're frozen, but then you're unfrozen and everything's back to normal with you.
That's right.
That sounds great.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you have to cut my head off and reattach it to a body that's younger and then all that other stuff, I just reattach me to something that's really sexy. Right? Yes. I'll have an old ass face, but like a 20-year-old body. Yeah. How old are you? Blended rate? I'm like 36. My head's 70, well, my dick is 20. No white Bryan 3000 needed.
Yeah, that might be a little tricky for your driver's license.
Yeah.
What year were you born? Yeah. Well, but what year were you reborn?
Yeah. What year were you born? Which part of me?
Right, exactly.
Because my 10-inch cock is just 22. But this brain, I got some experience up there. I'm 107. That does present a lot of problems. You know that there's motherfuckers out there on Earth right now. We don't hear about it because it's being done behind definitely closed doors, like, cryogenic 3000 or whatever, cryo 3000. They're doing weird experiments, probably on humans, definitely on animals.
Yes.
They cloned that sheep without telling anybody. Then all of a sudden there's 2 sheep running around that are exactly the same. They're doing the exact same things at the exact same time. It's really weird to think about that. But there are experiments like this going on, and we just don't know about it. It's probably our government is one of the ones who are doing this. Yeah, because they're they're
that
the
feeds
worst.
Right
of the worst.
back into the conspiracy theories.
Yeah, now I'm one of those guys.
Our government.
Now I'm perpetuating all the
secret
bullshit.
experiments.
Yeah. Go to Y-Files if you want the truth.
I do agree with you.
I mean, it's hard not to agree that the U.S. government not always can be trusted, right?
They're always upfront.
If ever. Yeah, they're always being transparent and honest with us. Go to Y-Files if you want the truth. They'll tell you. Go visit him.
Well, what did he say about this? Did he do a thing about this?
He didn't answer if he personally would be reanimated, but he said that the question was, is it possible to live after your head has been removed?
Okay.
And the answer was yes, there is proof not recently because we don't do decapitation anymore, but there has, these people who did the guillotine, even France just stopped doing the guillotine back in the 40s and 50s.
Oh, wow.
Up until then, they the last public execution was back in the 1950s, and it got videotaped or recorded, with a movie camera. It got recorded against the will of the French government. That movie got out. You can actually see it to this day, and it was so highly disturbing that they had to stop doing public executions.
Yeah.
So, I think the bottom line was that the answer's not quite clear, but from most accounts, the head can survive for a small period of time.
Right.
It's, I think the thought was that even this French guy who did this experiment, 3 minutes is even a little bit long, right? Now, scientists, what he said, will agree that some kind of brain firing can go on after your death for up to hours.
Yeah, because they just did that with the pigs, I feel like.
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, they've been doing it with rats and pigs and stuff like that. But that it is uncommon for that to happen for longer than a couple of minutes.
Yes.
So I think we can all agree that the last couple of minutes of death, the last couple of minutes on this earth are going to suck, but after that, you're good. It's not going to be months and months like the chicken was.
No.
But it's just that whole fucking thing just blew my mind when I started Googling it to find out that it was actually real. Now I trust the guy from the Y-Files because he's always telling, he's always getting to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And so he had video of this chicken in his video. And then when I started Googling it to find out that it was real, that it had happened, that scientists verified it, that it was not some, bullshit made up, weird
carnival,
trick that they were doing. Yeah.
Situation.
They looked at, how the chicken died? It got a kernel stuck in its throat hole.
That is weird.
It's so weird. It's so strange. But the answer for me personally is, listen, only do this if you know that it's that things are okay.
Han Solo
I'm not going to become some fucking Frankenstein or something like this. Krissy, speaking of fucked up things to think about, have you heard of vabbing? Do you know what vabbing is?
Vaping?
Vabbing.
Vabbing. V-A-B?
Yeah, it's kind of like dabbing, but it's called vabbing.
Okay, no, I do not.
V-A-B-B-I-G, I think is what it is. Let me make sure that I got this right. Yeah, vabbing. Vabbing is a new attraction, a pheromone-related attraction technique that is being talked about a lot on TikTok. It's been going around for years, by the way. It's nothing brand new, but now that TikTok's here, we can all find the disgusting trends in a hot minute.
Yes.
Vabbing is when a woman takes her natural essence and spreads it all over her body with nothing else to attract men. And many women are saying that this is working. And by natural essence, I can only...
Yes.
I guess I'm just going to say it. You stick your hand in your vagina and then you rub it all over your body. That's what happens. And there's a technique to this, right? You start to masturbate, you get yourself a little excited, and then you take your pheromones and you spread them all over your body.
Okay.
So this is called vabbing. And I had heard about this months ago. I put it on the list to talk about.
Well, I
forgot about it.
So I've got a question here. Is this just these women are saying they're not telling the guy that they've done this?
No,
I can imagine that it works if they're telling the guy, hey, guess what?
I have
done
pussy juice all over
Guess
me.
what I did earlier? I'm sure they would be intrigued.
No, I read some stories. Okay, so I put this on the list a couple months ago. Then earlier this week, I heard Stern talking about it, and I was like, oh, I hate piggybacking off of other creators and content creators, and obviously, Stern is one of the biggest. So I never like taking their ideas and using him here on the show. But this one idea I had read about, and when he started talking about it, I had to talk about it before I forgot. Before it got lost again in the list of things I want to talk about. So the thing is, so then I started reading some stories and looking at some TikTok videos. What they do is they get a vibrator, masturbate for a little while right before they're about to go out, and then they stick their hand wherever they stick it, stick their hand in a place where they can collect their essence, and then they put it on their neck, on their arms,
like
no other perfume and no other deodorant. Yes, like it's perfume. And that is the pheromones, right? Obviously the sex scent. They do not tell the men, but they go out there in the world and then they informally do their own kind of study, right?
And they film it on TikTok.
And they film it on TikTok. That's right, because that's where all the new science is happening. It's TikTok. TikTok. That fucking TikTok's going to be the death of us. So this is working, and in the estimation of a lot of women. One woman wrote that she vabbed for the first time, and while she wasn't the most attractive in her group, if she went out with her friends, she was usually kind of the last one to get hit on, right, by a group of single guys, but there were a couple of her friends who were the first. But whenever she vabbed, she became the one that got hit on the most. And I was like, wow, that's anecdotal, but it's interesting. Some lady went to the gym and she would just kind of float around the guys, right? Giving a few seconds for her essence to find its way into someone's nostril. And she said that without exception, every guy would talk to me. They wouldn't directly say, can I have your phone number right now? I got to have sex with you. But without exception, they all spoke to her about something like, hey, can I help you? Can I spot that for you? You need a spot, can I help you squat?
There's
whatever.
So many other factors that could go into this,
Of
though.
course
what are they wearing? What are they doing other than the vabbing part?
Yeah,
that could be distracting.
If you vab and then you put on a see-through shirt and you got a nice set of boobs, then,
exactly.
Of course, right? If this vabbing gave you newfound confidence to walk out of the door half naked, then, guys are dumb. They'll hit on anything. If they see a nipple, they're going to go for it. You know what I'm saying? But the anecdotal evidence, and the women who this doesn't work for, they don't write. They're not they're not saying it out loud. At least I didn't find it. But the vabbing for a lot of women in store, like Allure had an article, Vanity Fair has an article. They all have this article on vab. You know who I blame? This fucking Gwyneth Paltrow. This goddamn Gwyneth Paltrow's out there doing all this crazy fucking shit. She's got a whole team of writers that are, sticking their hands in their assholes and spreading it on their, putting it on their pumpkin pie. They're doing a bunch of crazy stuff. But it's working. That's the crazy part, is that it's all like these crazy ideas. Sometimes they actually do work. And I can understand why this might actually work. Like this, we always talk about the smell, right? Well, in a normal day-to-day, if you're normal and you're going walking through your day-to-day life, you don't smell someone's vagina. That's just not usually what happens. Although I say we make a great vagina introduction treaty of 2022, where we just walk up and sniff each other's balls and vagina. Like dogs. Yeah. They're onto something, right? But it's probably not pungent enough to smell. You
this has been around for ages.
Has it really?
Oh my God! Well, not.
Is this like a secret that's been passed down?
No, some form of it. I mean, I remember when I was younger too, where you could buy like pheromone stuff that was supposed to. Really
the pheromone scent. Yeah, but it's not your pheromones. That's the problem. They're trying to recreate those pheromones.
Okay.
This is like an
I'm
ancient.
Not convinced,
is it an ancient secret that's passed down from Hoadley to Hoadley?
Come here, Krissy. It's Grandma Hoadley. Let me tell you about a secret to getting the boys that you want. Let Grandma show you. Hand me that dildo over there. We're gonna vab for a few minutes.
An ancient secret.
Ancient secret. I can see some people at parties we go to, like running around a big fire on the solstice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're all vabbing. Vab each other. It's Mother Moon.
It's Mother's milk.
We're going to collect a jar of it and sacrifice it to the moon. Spread it all over the men's teepees.
Absolutely, 100%.
Hey, you want that? You want that real? I got that vab, not that dab. I got that vab. Get you high as fucking shit, man. Boner for days. Who wants some Vab? I collected 50 women's Vabs, and I got it right here in this one jar. This is so interesting to me. I think it's fascinating.
Whatever works. And if that makes somebody feel confident, then to go out, because confidence is very attractive.
Of course, confidence
is
attractive.
And if somebody's walking around like, yeah, I got the good stuff.
How do you think I got Astrid?
Right.
I'm too dumb to know the difference. I just pretend like I'm Astrid.
Confidence, yeah. So if that gives you the confidence, and if you're wearing a skimpy outfit and a bunch of guys are attracted to you, then hey, go for it.
If you know how to work what God gave you, you're going to be just fine. Yeah, I don't think it's, whoever you're attracted to. It's, in my opinion, just be yourself. But be confident about yourself. And that's going to be attractive to someone else. Now, the smell does play a part, I think, in every true romance. You got to have
I
the
agree
smell.
With that, yeah.
Right? And if you can just kind of cut the mustard and just give them a taste of what's really going on down there, then that's great. I'm going to start babbing is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rub a towel across my balls and just hit it on my neck a couple times before I go out. I should do that. I should do like an informal experiment.
Do that before you go to the Starbucks and see if the guy talks to you.
I'm going to call it tabbing. I'm going to get my taint, and I'm just going to, yeah, that's right. I'm going to wait at Starbucks and see if that guy holds the door open again. Hey, man, what are you wearing?
You thought he smelled good. Yeah. He may ask you, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Eau de Taint. I'm wearing Bryan Taint 3000. Bryan Taint 3000! Pure taint!
Yeah.
Taint to the X power. Pure taint concentrate from Bryan Green. And this is why the sponsors love us.
Yes, absolutely. Disney. Sponsored by Disney.
Yeah, so, Taint 3000. Brought to you by Disney. So yeah, I'm gonna try.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
And
you can go do
whatever
your own,
works.
Yeah, go do your own homework about it,
yes.
And you'll find that there's a lot of women out there that are talking about it. Okay, Krissy, I have something that I just am so excited to talk about. If we're gonna put my head on a new body, I'm gonna ask one thing and one thing only of that body. That body's got to be tan. It's got to be fit and it's got to be tan.
It does.
And by fit, I mean, like my dad bod, just a little bit of a gut. And tan. It's got to be tan.
Yeah, you love the tan.
I'm not going to get on a body that's not tan. I don't want like a tan head and a peaked body. I want it all to match. I want the carpet to match the drapes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we all know, if you're a commercial break listener of any degree, then you understand that Bryan has a little bit of a problem with the tanning bed, meaning it's like a magnet for Bryan. I can't walk by a tanning bed without walking in for 10 to 15 minutes. I go to the tanning bed, I don't know, once, sometimes twice a month, sometimes twice a week. It just depends on what I'm doing.
I was going to say.
And I'm wondering, as I'm getting into my old age, the dermatologist and my wife have kind of gotten to me and they're like, hey, listen, don't do this. It's just kind of stupid, Bryan,
Why
right?
don't you do the spray tan?
I'm thinking about it. I'm just a little worried about looking Trumpish. I don't want to have that orange color.
No.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
It's not like that at all? Okay. I've been told it's not.
I'll point you in the right direction on that.
I think I'm going to do it over the holidays, get my first spray tan, because I can deal with my brothers and my family making fun of me, but if I'm like out in the wild and people are like, wow, he's really orange, that guy.
No, it's not like that.
I don't want to be the color of the commercial break logo. If that's, I'm just
It's
sharing.
very natural looking. Okay. You can't even tell.
All right. I trust you. I trust you. But there's many people out there in the world but one of the reasons why I like tanning also, especially during the winter, at least once or twice a month, is because
light therapy.
It gives you that light therapy. It really does. I totally 100% believe and know in my heart that it changes my mood. It gives me a little lift. It just does.
But why were you going in August?
Well, extra light therapy. My skin's already a 3rd-degree burn. I figure I'll just get in there and keep it going. I'm trying to get that Frankie neck, that Frankie chicken neck. Yeah, that leather neck. So there's a lot of people out there who believe that sun is life-giving. There are even people in India who claim to do nothing. The sun starers. They stare at the sun. And there are, noted examples of this. People who are alive today who do nothing, that's how they get their food, is by staring at the sun. That's what they say.
I'm picturing like a bunch of blind people walking around as like sages. We worship the sun.
We worship the sun. It took our eyeballs. That's so stupid. But I've seen videos of these people that are staring at the sun. There's one guy in India who claims he hasn't eaten anything in 30 years. He's just been staring at the sun to absorb all of the nutrients. Now, obviously, that I don't think that's true, and I think it's actually been proven false. I think they followed the guy home and found a nice a sirloin steak and a shake from Mickey D's was really what was sustaining him. He was pretty skinny, though. I have to give him that. He was one of those guys, like, you could see every rib in detail. He had to keep the illusion going. So, only eats once every 3 days. So, there are some people that are certainly take this to the extreme. However. Oh, yeah. There's a whole new group of people out there. This was started by some young man in California, of course. Yeah. And they have started tanning their taints. It's taint tanning. It's going on.
This. Yeah, and the butthole.
I know. You've seen it. If you have Instagram or TikTok, you've seen the butthole.
I saw one guy
tanning.
doing it at Piedmont Park.
You did?
Yeah.
Naked?
Not naked, but he was doing it.
He had his legs spread open and he was doing it?
Uh-huh.
It's all the rage. It's hot on TikTok. It's kind of hot on Instagram, but a lot of people are talking about it. So without further ado, Krissy, I was trolling on the internet.
Oh, as you do.
As I do like to do. And I actually found the video of two guys, and one of them claims to have started this trend. Hey everyone, it's time for the commercial break inside the commercial break. Did you know you can dial 1-855-TCB-8383? That's 1-855-TCB-8383 from anywhere in the world, toll free. Text us, call us, leave us a voicemail. It's not spam. We will respond, and we want to hear from you. Questions, comments, concerns, content ideas. You want to ask TCB for our advice? It'll be horrible, but it certainly will be funny. Do it at 855-TCB-8383 or tcbpodcast.com. Hit the Contact Us button and shoot off an email directly to our happy bag. You too can hear all of the audio and watch all of the video from tcbpodcast.com and now youtube.com/the commercial break. Our full episodes are on YouTube a few days after they air on the podcast feed, and they're filled with visual delights you cannot get here on the audio version. Why? Because you can't see with your ears. A doctor told me that once. And please, if you have 2 minutes free, do us a favor and write us a review, subscribe to our podcast, or rate the show on your favorite podcast player. It helps us get found by new folks who might be as strange as you. Let's hear from our wonderful sponsors, and then we'll be back to this episode of The Commercial Break. Hey everybody, I wanted to let you know that this episode is sponsored in part by our good friends at Lululemon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and whatever you identify yourself with, listen up, because Lululemon is not just for yoga pants. The holiday season is here, Halloween is officially over, and we need to start thinking about the gifts we're going to give each other and ourselves. And at Lululemon.com, they have everybody covered. I just got some License to Train jogger pants, and they are the most comfortable, the most cozy, the softest pants I have ever put on. That's no joke. There's a reason why millions of people across this country and the world have fallen in love with Lululemon. And at Lululemon.com, whether you're male or female or identifying some other way, you are going to find your style. And if you think it's all jogging pants and yoga gear, you are completely wrong, just like I was. I look on the website, they have polo shirts, they have slacks, they have shoes, they have socks, they have swimwear, almost anything you need for your entire wardrobe. Lululemon.com has it. Go to Lululemon.com. Set the joy in motion this holiday season. Get cozy, get comfortable, get Lululemon at Lululemon.com. And we want to thank Lululemon for being a sponsor of the commercial break. Go on, guys, get yourself a pair of Lululemon pants. You're going to love it.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo Taking Release.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's GOLO.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who have found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's GOLO.com. Again, GOLO.com.
The mistletoe margarita, the Scrooge driver, the North Pole punch. The holidays call for cocktails, so get everything you'll need for them delivered with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. So
what's it gonna be?
Classics like Bullet Bourbon, Don Julio Reposado, or Kettle One, or maybe something new. Find it all on Drizzly, where you can get beer, wine, and spirits delivered for any holiday festivity. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
We've got the founder.
We've got the founder. He's a rather young guy, actually, and I don't think
He's like, watch this.
Yeah, watch
Let me
this.
see what I can get people to do.
I know. I think this is like parody a little bit. I don't know. You tell me. But the
Let's
channel.
see if we can start a movement.
Yeah, the start a movement of asshole sunburns. The people at the Aloe company are like, sales are up 4,000% in the middle of winter. What's going on?
Wasn't there a thing with like bleaching your asshole too?
People still bleach their asshole.
Okay, but
bleaching
now
the
you're going to
asshole.
tan it.
Yeah, you got to tan it before you bleach
And
it, or
then,
bleach it
okay,
before you
got it.
tan it. I'm
Okay.
not really sure how it goes. If you bleach it, you get more sun absorbed because, sun is attracted to white or whatever, however that goes. Okay, so disproving the paradigm that all assholes are built the same. Let's, some are built to ingest sunlight. Without further ado, I present to you two guys who are really into butthole tanning.
Okay.
Hey guys, Troy Casey, certified health nut here in Santa Monica, California, with my man Ra of Earth. What up, everyone?
I love the name, buddy. Yeah, I got a bunch of friends like this. Like, they're Tom, the stockbroker, but then they get out in the woods and they're,
yeah.
I'm Ben the wolf, the wolf healer. I thought you were Tom, the stockbroker. No, man, that's my real. That's my earthly name. My spiritual name is Ben the wolf healer. Okay, Ben the wolf healer.
This is the guy who started the hashtag butthole sunning, and we're here to tell you guys all the information that you need to optimize your butthole sunning because
Please, I want to optimize it.
I need a step-by-step butthole tanning course.
Yeah, there's not just you go outside and tan it. No, there's a whole
Krissy, you got to
step.
optimize your asshole. Yeah. That's what I always say. First and foremost, make sure it's shaved down clean.
Apparently,
it's hard to get that sun through all that hair. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do with my head. That's why my head is constantly a 4th-degree burn.
Been a bunch of journalists out there, fake news journalists, creating clickbait, not interviewing us, not doing it for themselves, and then commenting on their opinion of butthole sunning. So, Ra, you started this.
Those journalists commenting on our butthole tanning.
Those investigative journalists.
You didn't start a hashtag called, sun your butt or whatever it is, sun your ass, and then not expect that people were going to comment on it. Come on. If you guys, by the way, if you guys want to come on the commercial break, we do very few interviews, but I will take Ra of Earth and the sun butt guy all day long.
So tell the people the technology behind it, fill in the holes a little bit.
No pun intended, fill in the holes a little bit. Describe the technology.
That guy just went, boop.
Yeah, he just took his finger and made a noise. And by the way, what technology is behind sun tanning your asshole?
The sun.
So people can
the sun and your asshole. There's those two things you need. There's no technology in between.
Understand it better.
Get outside naked and shine your ass to the sun. There's lots of melanin in your anus, and that melanin is connected to your nervous system. So get the light into the melanin in your eyes, your hair, your skin, your anus, your nutsack, your perineum, and then you're golden, literally.
Well, I'm convinced it's time to go sun our assholes. What the fuck did that child just say?
I don't know.
How does melanin have anything to do with the nerves in your ass?
Yeah, no, or the nerves on your whole body.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe my nutsack. Maybe my nutsack. Okay?
It may make you just laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Which laughter is a
Hey,
good...
girl, it's me. What's up, Hoadley? Yeah, I was gonna come by your mom's place and drop a stack of cash in front of it, but I'm over here with my legs behind my ears, sunning my asshole. It's a stinky procedure, but once your asshole starts sweating, it's hard to keep the smell contained. I don't think my neighbors love that.
Oh my God. What are we talking about? What is the commercial break on about now? By the way, my dog just came in here. What happened? All hell just broke loose.
I saw the door come open.
I know.
And then there was Blue.
All hell just broke loose. She's down below my feet. All right, you make one fucking noise and this episode's over. I swear to God.
Turn the electricity on, because let's face it, the sun is the source of all life on the planet. And for all you clickbait journalists out there, and Josh Brolin, you knucklehead, the fact of the matter...
What did Josh Brolin ever do?
What did he do?
Oh, I think I remember. He did some Instagram. He made fun of him. He made fun of him. Come on, Josh is a man's man. He's not going to be sunning his asshole out in the middle of Arizona, wherever the fuck he lives. You think that guy barely talks. You think he's going to be sunning his asshole and talking about it? Come on, guys.
We're not talking about burning your skin. We're talking about 30 seconds to
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
He just shrugged, too.
Yeah, he goes,
I don't know. 5
I'm not
minutes?
a doctor. I'm just telling you to sun your asshole. I'm just the guy trying to give you an ass burn. I mean, 5 minutes out in the summer sun will give you a sunburn for sure, especially if you've never tanned that part of your body.
Shine.
That's right. One time I went to the tanning bed and I was wearing my running shorts. And the running shorts are kind of like a bathing suit. They got like an inside thing that kind of holds everything in, right?
Yep.
And I realized, I don't have any underwear on. And I tan with underwear because I'm not a dum-dum. I'm not going to fucking burn my cock. And so, but then that one time I was like, okay, I'll just go without it and I'll hold my pachankank, right? I'll hold my petite-totter. Well, guess what? My ass cheeks were so fucking burnt I couldn't sit on them for the next 3 days. I can only imagine what happens when I stick my ass in the air, a place that's never seen sun in the 40 some odd years I've been on this earth.
Maximum. That's if you feel the energy at all. Otherwise, just take 30 seconds and you tell us what you feel.
You tell us what you feel.
Bruh.
Do you feel the handcuffs behind your back? Hey, bruh. If you feel handcuffs behind your back, you've not been doing it right, bruh. In California, you could literally sun your asshole anywhere you want. I've been on Rodeo Drive sunning my ass 3 days a week.
Instead of the fear-mongering, what are they hiring? Medical doctors?
No, they're guessing. The medical doctors are talking about skin cancer.
Wait, they're guessing, and you, the guy who made up the hashtag shine your ass or sun your butt or whatever, you're the one with the expertise?
Look, it says bizarre bum sunning ritual.
Increases risk of skin cancer on your vulva? Jeez.
Yeah.
And all the dangers of this and the what do they say? It's not going to improve your health. Well, the fact of the matter is just go outside, get naked, and see how you feel.
Okay. We got to stop right here. The fact of the matter is not a response to you can get cancer from sunning your asshole. The fact of the matter is just go outside and do it and see how you feel. Is not that's no retort to what they're saying, dude. You're just like, they're not the experts because they have medical degrees, but you're the expert because your name is Ra of Earth or whatever.
Ra of the Earth.
This is why we have problems in this country, Krissy, is because, and we know a lot of these people, all of a sudden Ra of Earth knows better than the top doctor in the world or whatever. That's right.
Getting all the feedback. People are getting boners. People are turning happy immediately. Simple.
It's simple.
Ass Sun 3000! Ass in a can! Sun in a can!
Boners. Well, I mean, are you going out and doing this with a bunch of other naked girls? That could be a boner reason.
A boner reason.
And then people are getting happy. Well, I'd be laughing my ass off at myself.
That's right. Listen, my neighbor starts sunning his asshole with a boner, and we got big problems. We got big problems. If I take my son to the park for a day on the playground and I see some shithead sunning his asshole with a big heart on, we got issues.
Yeah.
This is not convincing me that this is any better. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get one of the, you know, you can get like a home sun lamp and hang it on the back of your door. And, you know, it's kind of like the like really old school version of sun tanning. I'm going to get one and then I'm just going to start bending over in front of it for 5 to 10 minutes at a time.
Hey, who doesn't want to be happy? Who doesn't want a good boner? Who doesn't want to turn on the...
Who doesn't want a good boner? I can think of a couple people. Probably don't want a good boner.
life force energy inside the human body. I personally am a sun worshiper. That's why one of my best friends' name is Ra. Go look that up.
There's nothing more.
Go look that up, bro. Google that, brother. He sounds like, I don't know. He's a surfer dude, but he's like a...
He's a butthole surfer.
He's a butthole surfer. He's like a tough guy surfer. Go look that up, bruh.
Say, but go outside and get naked, period. Like, this is our most natural environment.
It's your birthright.
This stuff, you know, this is all attached to story.
Birthright to sun your asshole. Why are we not sticking babies out there? It's spread eagle, sunning their bums.
When you take off all of your clothes, oh, I worked really hard to make the green pieces of paper to buy this. All of that story's gone. Society's gone. It's just you and the world.
Are they going to get naked?
Yeah, they're going to get naked,
Okay,
I think.
I see them taking off their stuff.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if we're teaching people how to sun our buttholes, we might as well show them
This is how
step
you can
by
optimize.
step. Yeah, and I've heard this before. Like, your stories are attached, your clothes are attached to stories, and once you let the stories go, I get it. I understand. Like, we're earthly things and, all that good stuff, and keep centered and possessions. However, I don't believe that sunning your butthole naked is freeing you from any particular story. I just don't. I'm not convinced.
Yeah. Adam and Eve, right? And they had a little leaf. What was the leaf about? The leaf was about...
Well, holy shit, I'm going to shut my mouth here because the 58-year-old man that is leading this video going, what up, bruh? Google that shit, bruh, has a better body than half the men on Earth.
Yeah, he does.
Hiding their own emotions, right? Get out in the sun. Get naked. It's good for the soul. We're going to show you guys here how it's done.
Victory V.
Dude, he's got a big Victory V. That guy's like, that's the definition of Victory V.
Dang. Is that Carl?
I'm dropping my trows for the Lord.
Carl has now changed.
Well, I thought I was close to the Lord. Look at that. If I follow that happy trail all the way to Christ, I'm telling you right now, Jesus. Turn a straight man straighter. You know what I'm saying, Krissy? Turn a straight man into a preacher. One of those creepy preachers that's touching the little boys. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
this might be the next iteration of Carl.
Oh,
he was disgraced from the church, and now he's gone to worship the sun.
What's up, bro? I'm here to show you my hairy chest. It's more manly than anything you'll ever see.
And I have to agree. I have to agree. This is that's impressive. It's impressive to have a
Look
body
at
like
the
that in your
friend.
50s.
The friend's checking him out.
The friend's totally looking at him.
The
He's
friend's like, yeah.
I don't think I'm going to take my shirt off.
Are you guys sure you guys want to do this right here?
Hell yeah!
We're out in public.
Hell yeah! It's so set up.
There's a kid's swing there.
Don't worry about the cops, man.
Oh my God. Okay, so what you're not seeing is the two of them, the two guys, the younger guy and the older guy. The older guy being the guy who's talking. Yeah, he's like, what up, bro? And the other guy started the hashtag.
He's raw.
They are now spread eagle on some,
Yep.
I don't know where they are. They're in some park somewhere.
They said there's a children's swing.
There's a children's swing right there. Best place to sun your asshole, right in front of the kids. Show the kids there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Don't get arrested.
They're spread eagle, but they're in underwear, just to be clear about it.
Don't burn your anus. Don't be a Josh Brolin idiot. Because the fact of the matter is, guys, you want to know about skin cancer? All you dermatologists and medical doctors out there worrying about skin.
All you dermatologists with 13 years of education.
Quote unquote.
Actually studying what we're talking about. Hey, Blue, come down there. Blue's like sleeping on my feet. All you doctors out there with all your degrees. I know better. I've been studying my asshole for 58 years.
Skin cancer. The fact of the matter is, here's how the sun breaks down, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ra. This is how the skin cancer happens, right? You got fat-soluble toxins that's all in your junk food and your TV dinners and microwaved, and you got fat-soluble toxins that store in the fat. The epidermis is mostly fat. You stay inside 50 weeks out of the year, then you go on vacation to a tropical island, you burn the shit out of yourself, you have sunglasses, which shuts off your hormones that release natural immunity.
I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
I'm kind of enthralled.
Yeah, I'm enthralled. I would be
I think
enthralled
mostly
too.
because of their bodies.
Yes, if I was attracted to men, I'd also be enthralled right now. But I gotta admit,
skimpy Speedos.
These guys have some. They're pretty hot, actually. Well,
the take off the heads, cut off the heads,
cut off the head, cut off that creepy mustache that young guy has. Whatever's going on there, looks like a walrus. It looks like a walrus.
Look at him there
with all the whiskers. That's not even real.
Chemicals inside your body to protect you against the sun, so you're all fucked up like pasta primavera. And the fact of the matter is that
fucked up like pasta primavera.
I've never heard that before. And why is pasta primavera fucked up?
Well, because he doesn't eat pasta primavera, obviously.
When you burn your skin, that's what's going to create skin cancer. Tell them about the sunglasses, Ra.
Sunglasses were developed.
Tell them about our sunglasses we're selling for $19.95 plus $19.95 shipping and handling. They're for your anus. They're ass glasses. Tell them about our ass glasses.
By our Hollywood elite for the popping lights, okay? And then all of us normal people started mimicking the celebrities. Before the 1900s, no one wore sunglasses. Before the 1920s, no one wore sunglasses.
Take those things off.
No, but you wore hats, huge hats, and umbrellas.
And umbrellas. People did. Have you ever seen a picture of someone from the 1820s? They literally are translucent. They were allergic to the sun. Haven't you ever seen an M. Night Shyamalan movie? Come on, guys, get it together. M. Night Shyamalan.
You guys want muscles? You want six-pack abs? Get the sun on your body. You want your muscles to pop out? Get your sun on your body. Get the sun.
That's all it takes.
Well, Bryan.
Listen, I'm on the right path. The whole time I've been on the right path. Now I just got to stop eating pasta primavera, and I'm good. I'm good.
On your body if you want muscles. Look at this guy. Elite CrossFit champion, hockey player.
The sunglasses also make.
He has that body then, not because he's sunning himself.
Yeah. By the way, where did the guy's hair go? There's no hair on that person's body.
Yeah.
I'm always so jealous of these guys who are literally grown-ass men with zero hair on their body. What happened? I have been like this. I have been like the old grandpa next door with that hair all over his body, which, it has its own...
I like hair.
Okay, all right. I've been like that since the 3rd grade. I hate my body. Hair.
Your body think it's nighttime, and then it's not going to protect itself. Okay, so your body's registering light from your eyes into your pituitary, hypothalamus, pineal gland,
hormones.
You're blocking that. Your body's not going to
hormones. He's so effed up. That guy is crazy.
Amped up.
Yeah. This guy's speaking and hormones.
He just yelled.
Son. Tell him about the glasses. This guy runs rings around guys that are younger than him. He's one of those guys. It's like kinetic energy 24 hours a day. Yeah, he probably doesn't have a wife.
He's also going to be one of these guys, like the COVID deniers.
Yes.
That, we hear a year from now, he
passed.
Yeah.
From ass sun.
Cancer.
Yeah, he got ass cancer.
At least it's natural skin protectant.
Chemical messengers, right? So you guys want to play stupid out there on the internet? All you little fake news journalists, right? You need to go back to school. If you really want to know what's going on with butthole sunning, come out to California and interview the master himself.
Yeah, come on to California and stare into my ass. If my ass says it's good, I'll interview you. I'll do an interview with you. You've got to pass the eye of Ra first. And by eye, I mean the winky brown eye. If it blinks twice, you're good to go. What are these two fucking knuckleheads talking about?
I know.
Hey, get off the couch, potato. Ripped at 50.
Check out his book.
Oh my
to check out his book.
Wow. Well, Krissy, there's different strokes for different folks, and I can't even explain what we just watched. I don't want to try to.
Hormones.
Yeah. Hormones! We should get him to do the Why Bryan 3000 commercials. Get your dick hard! Son, your ass, you have a boner 24 hours a day. Okie dokie.
You'll be ripped at 50.
That's right. Pasta Primavera. Oh, man.
Woo.
We just have too much fun. It's just too much fun here at the commercial break.
I'm like crying. I'm laughing so hard.
That's when you know it's a good episode.
Yeah.
When Krissy and I, at least it's a good episode for us. We'll see how it works out for you. Oh, man. I love when we find these oddities on the internet, and they're just so good. It's like it's such chunky material. Yeah, that was a gem. And those, by the way, you guys are wonderful. I have nothing against you. Besides your dislike of anything scientific, I don't have anything against you. Go ahead, sun your butts all you want. Just don't do it where my son can see it or my daughter can see it. That's all I ask. Is stay away from the playgrounds, at least. All right. Well,
New Beach.
That's right. What a week. Another one in the books.
Yes.
Another one in the books here at the commercial break. And yeah, I'll do some dabbing or some I'll do some
babbing.
Some babbing. I'll do some ball dabbing over the weekend, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
I'm going to run around town and with the musk of my taint all over, and we'll see if I can get some women to hit on me.
Or some men.
Yeah, Astrid's going to love this. Just yet another reason for Astrid to love the commercial break. Hey, but I do want to say a big thanks to our two editors and producers. We've got Morgan on the video side. We've got Christina on the audio side. They've been doing such a wonderful job, and we want you to know that they're a big part of the show. So we just say thank you at the end of it. Go to youtube.com/thecommercialbreak to see Morgan's work. She's like a third member here in the studio. You're listening to Christina's work right now, so there you go. And we want to thank Tina, Big Will the Champ, Marianne, who's just an incredible fan of the commercial break and always looking out for us, sending us content ideas and saying nice words. These are big super fans here.
Thanks,
big super fans. Thanks.
Hey, guys.
Charlene, I know you're out there too. Thanks to everybody who's been listening and writing in. Please write in. We'd love to hear from you. Keep it coming. tcbpodcast.com. Go to the Contact Us button. Fill out the form. We will respond. One of us will respond. Somebody in the commercial break circle will respond. It's usually Krissy or I. And 855-TCB-8383, 855-TCB-8383, text or call from anywhere around the world. Leave a voicemail, not a spam text message line. We will respond. Okay, Krissy, I guess that's all we can do today.
I think so, Bryan.
But I love you.
I love you.
And best to you.
Best to you.
Best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, Krissy and I always say, we do say, and we must say, bye.
Whatever kind of night you're having, start it off right with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. Whether you're mixing up a bullet bourbon old-fashioned for a cozy night in, or Kettle One Bloody Mary bar for a birthday brunch, you can get the perfect beer, wine, and spirits for any occasion delivered with Drizzly. So,
what's it gonna be?
Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to choose your drinks today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.